Good morning. The power of 30 days, day 7, comes to you from The Shining. The funny part is you think I'm kidding. Check this place out. I am in the Appalachian Mountains at some sort of ski lodge type location from the 70s. And I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the room and the creepy hallways. I'm a little bit zonkered right now because we got in pretty late last night. Right on, right on. In many years, this is the first place that I've been in where you actually had to use an old-fashioned key to get into your room. Getting a look at this place for the first time. Now that it's daylight, check that out. Looking for a good place to launch because I just noticed we're kind of above the clouds right now, so I was thinking I might be able to just kind of come out here in front and launch up and take a quick flight. Pretty cool. A little bit of a mini working vacation here in Banner Elk, North Carolina, a town that I had previously not even heard of. Here working on a documentary for the men's soccer team, Pfeiffer College. Followed them up here for a game and stayed overnight. Really idyllic little village here. Cool thing is we stayed up at the top of Beech Mountain, and there's a neat little village up there. Had a chance to do some primo drone flying, which I'll put up a little bit of on here. Came down here for breakfast at the Banner Elk Cafe. It was nice. Check out that peak behind me. Wow, huh? Good stuff. Only 3 hours from my home. Never knew it was here. Everybody knows about Boone. This is real close by to Boone, but never been to Beech Mountain or Banner Elk. And gotta say, really glad I came. Worth the trip for sure. And I think maybe I'll be back for a vacation, or a legitimate vacation. Well, here we are at the end of day 7, and my documentarian responsibilities kept me pretty much occupied all day today. You saw me in Banner Elk, North Carolina. That's about 3 hours away. So with the brutal drive back, it's funny when you go off to a location like that, you're excited to go to the mountains and it's not so bad. Coming back just seemed like 6 hours. It was so brutal. And I didn't sleep very well last night. We got into the hotel about 12:38, and it turned out to be like a bed and a couch situation. I ended up taking a couch, and it was comfortable, I thought, but I just, for whatever reason, went to bed hella late and woke up hella early. Didn't rest very well. But you know, I'm thinking about that weigh-in tomorrow and how much of a bummer it is on those occasions when you do everything right with your diet and your exercise and you still don't lose very much weight. That's happened to me a couple times, particularly when I'm in that like plateau stage. After I'll lose a little bit, and then a couple weeks later maybe I'll work really hard and don't have any kind of weight loss whatsoever. That really sucks. It's a motivation breaker if you let it be. But you know, I know that can happen with me, and it's happened a bunch. And I know I've done my exercise, and I know I've dieted right this week. The one thing I haven't done is I haven't consumed enough water. So if it so happens that I don't lose a ton or don't have a good result for the first week, I'm going to blame it on that and try to increase the water intake next week. I'm still at this point considering trying to do juice fast Mondays, which is just a powerful way to reset your body into receiving better nutrition and you know, shedding pounds. So I hate it. I hate a juice fast so bad. But you know, like this week's been a good example of kinds of things that have traditionally thrown me off track. You know, I'm really excited about this soccer documentary. I mean, it's looking amazing. The team is doing great again this year, and you know, our level of access to the team has been pretty cool. So, you know, of course I'm super hyped about that. Getting to travel off to cool locations to film these games, it's awesome. You know, and now with the last 2 games, I've been able to include my son Liam in that. And you know, as a dad, that's ultra rewarding, because in the past I've had trouble getting him even interested in filmmaking. So that's been kind of an additional blessing to this whole project. We got a lot of that in front of us. Wednesday we're going to be gone, and that should be, you know, like, I don't know, day 9 or 10 or something. It's still going to be day 9 or 10. I'm just going to have to do my workout early in the morning before we leave to drive off 4 hours somewhere to Tennessee to film them. So, you know, I'm really focused on not letting my artist side throw me off, prioritizing my fitness regime, and just stay on at least that minimum of 30 minutes of exercise today. I did quite a bit of walking around today, filming Banner Elk with a drone and whatnot, but that's not the same as a workout. So, you know, my bare minimum, as I mentioned in previous videos, is to try to hit that 22-minute mark with the heart rate up, and at least get that in for like 30 minutes so that I can have my body in a burn mode before I go to bed, so it's burning, in theory, fat. You know, that's what I'm trying to do tonight. You know, it's like I dread this treadmill because it's not fun. It's extremely boring staring at the door, you know, getting my my walk in. But you know, there are upsides to it. I can elevate it. I can I always make sure that I meet my heart rate, required heart rate, or target heart rate to get in the burn zone. I'm not quite there yet, so I need to increase the speed a little bit. You know, it's interesting when I'm not doing my walking. If I walk at level 3, I mean, I'm all over it. I'm right in the target zone. But cardio is like one of the quickest things to come up. When you start working out, your cardio endurance comes up very quickly. Or at least mine always has. And it requires you to push a little bit harder to get the heart going where you need it to be. Bam, 120 right there. So anything above 118 and below 145 is my particular burn zone. So that is the goal and that is the aim. I'm gonna try to maintain this for another 20 minutes or so, and at least I'll have met that minimum. I really struggled with going out and walking, but I knew what would happen. It's late, you know, I'm ready to kind of start thinking about going to bed for the day, considering I only got 6 hours last night and it's been a crazy busy weekend. I thought about taking Beauty out, walking around town like I always do, but it occurred to me that I probably would slack, not walk very hard, not hit this burn zone. And at least with the treadmill, I can ensure, and of course a heart monitor, I can ensure that my heart's where it needs to be to get that workout. And you know, another thing, if this week I don't get the results that I wanted with all the hiking, I'm gonna make sure that every other day is the treadmill instead of the hike. So instead of taking it easy on my calves day we talked about, I'll be hitting the treadmill for at least 30 minutes. Ideally, I should do this treadmill in addition to the hiking, but you know, it's a timing thing. You have to get your day in. This week is crazy busy. I'm meeting with a new musician to practice on Tuesday, documentary shoot Wednesday, who knows what's going on Thursday and Friday. Saturday, I have a performance at a new place, so of course I want to really prepare for that and rehearse and make a nice impression. But anyway, looks like that's going to be a wrap on day 7, and first week, you know, 1 week down, 3 weeks to go. So it's exciting that I've accomplished the first week, but of course I want to do the next week better, and I want to make the videos more concise, a little bit easier to watch. I feel like now they're a bit meandering, you know, I do a whole lot of this. And yeah, back to that thing we were talking about. Yeah, I don't want to do that, obviously that's boring to watch. So I'm my biggest critic when it comes to these vlogs, but just trying to maintain the motivation, and the vlogs are actually helping me because, you know, when I slip up, today's classic example, we drove for about 2.5 hours and you know, Liam was hungry, stopped and wanted to eat, and we stopped at the same place that really kind of set me back on this journey, Romano's in Rockwell. They got great pizza, I'm not gonna lie. Of course he wanted pizza. Well, he's 17, he can have pizza. I can't have pizza. So I had a grilled chicken salad and unsweetened tea, and I was still kind of hungry actually after I ate the salad. And I'm sitting there, and he's ate half the pizza. He's gonna take the rest, and I'm sitting here with this gorgeous pizza right in front of me. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, I could eat a piece of that, but again, it's just working against the goal. I already feel like I'm working too hard, so kind of blow it on something like that. So yeah, personal accountability. Trying to be accountable. As however much I hate seeing myself as overweight as I am right now, it's just another little proverbial kick in the ass to get back in shape. So far I've managed to not really let my weight hold me back, at least from my own desire and ability to go do things, you know, but it definitely makes me tireder, and I like to be in a lot of things, and the more energy I have to spend, the more things I can spend it on, and ultimately, you know, get to do more art and filmmaking and that sort of thing. But I did get some pretty cool drone footage, which hopefully at some point I'll be able to share some of the stuff I shot at the top of Beech Mountain today early. It was amazing with this video, and we'll close out with that. That's the end of the Power 30 Days Week 1. We'll check in on day 18, week number 2, day 1, if you will, with the weigh-in, and we'll see how this week, how I did this week, how the results turned out. So thanks for watching these, and talk to you tomorrow, I guess.